In this video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to quickly and accurately cut the new JND409 Sam's Snowflakes. This is a very detailed and intricate die cut, as you can see from this card. Here I've got one piece already cut. And you can see there's a lot of detail around 4 areas. And when we're cutting a square and we're cutting something with a lot of detail, what tends to happen is your machine will miss this section, cut all of these 2 and miss this section. So we need to rotate it to make sure we get an accurate cut, and we may need to shim that. So this video I'm going to show you how we do that and the correct way to cut this properly. So I'll bring in the die set, and this is 409 Sam's Snowflakes, and it's this die we're wanting to cut with all this level of detail. We're wanting to cut it in to create a frame or a background. So I've got a piece here that I've already cut with the outside die, so this has got all the dots on, and this is a piece of our coconut white essential card at 250 GSM. And remember, when die cutting, the optimum place to die cut and get a beautiful cut that's usable is between about 220 and around 280 to 300. The thinner the card, the harder it is to cut. I know this sounds strange and counterintuitive, but there's nothing for the die to bite into when the card or paper is very thin. So I'm going to place the die down as normal, and we're simply going to tape it down using the fabulous Craft Artist low tack tape to make sure it stays in place while we run it through our machine. And we're going to take our plates. I'm using an A4 machine here, but this has been tested in all the leading machines. And we simply place that down just like that off to a square. You can rotate it slightly, which will give it a better cut. Because it's a detailed die, I'm going to use a metal shim, and I'm going to add my top plate, and I'm simply going to run that through the machine. So this has now been run through our machine, so we'll open it and have a look. And as you can see here, all the detail down these 2 sides is cut, but we have a void here and here. Just bring it closer so you can see we have that void. And the reason is the machine has come down like this and quickly gone over that. There's no time for those to cut. So all we need to do is rotate the die by 45 degrees so that the machine can come down this way. And we simply, again, put it a little bit of a tilt. We don't have to. Back on with our metal shim and our base plate, and we run that back through our machine now. So we'll open it again. And this time you'll see all these areas are cut and cut beautifully. If there is any area that you're concerned about, any area you think that's not quite clear, you can always make sure that that area is placed to the side where your machine will be the tightest and cut through. This one's cut through fine, so I'm just going to relieve it from the die. I'm not going to prick every bit out, as that's very boring, but you can see here how each of these areas is cut, just to show you. So we'll do each one. Do the 2 different sides so that you can see that detail has cut through, and it's exactly the same in the corner. So all of those bits have cut out with no problems at all. And all you need to do, if you've got any area that you're concerned about, always make sure that you're pressing the die cut piece through from the front to the back. Really simple, just like that. So you would prick all those pieces out, and you'll have a beautiful die cut frame. So it's always worth, with any die, taking that little bit longer to make sure you get the perfect cut and that everything is cut perfectly. For ideas, hints, tips and inspiration on using this die and lots of others, why not visit the Crafting with John next door and Crafts 2 group on Facebook. Enjoy.